Father, who is singing?
That's Circe, a witch that lives on the island that we're passing.
Is she going to get eaten by those wild animals I hear also?
No, son. In fact, she turned men into wild animals using wild herbs. That's why we're not stopping on the island.
Sir, what's happening?
Neptune must be sending favorable winds our way.
Look, we're eating our tables too.
Praise the faithful gods of Troy. Here's our country, and here's our home.
Hello, weary travelers. Welcome to my land.
Who are you?
I am King Latinus, and this is Latium. An oracle has told me that a stranger will marry my daughter, and the great empire will arise from it.
Not if I have anything to say about it. I will cause a war that will prevent Aeneas from fulfilling his destiny.
What's this I hear about you marrying Lavinia off to some stranger? I thought we were giving her hand to Turnus.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Turnus, you must defeat Latium against these newcomers. They are taking over under your very nose.
Things have escalated quickly. Still, I refuse to declare war on Aeneas and the Trojans by opening Janus' doors. It could mean the end for all of us if I do.
In that case, allow me.
The time has come. Gather the troops. War has come upon us.
Arise, goddess born, your home is here, and your gods support you. Do not fear those threats of war. In 20 years, Ascanius will find the great city of Alba. Meanwhile, the king Evander in Palatinium, he perpetually wars with the Latins, and he will become your ally.
O great Hercules, to you do we offer this prayer. Who's that?
King Evander, I am Aeneas, son of Anchises from Troy.
I remember Anchises, and your king, Priam. You are most welcome in Pallanteum. Right now you have come upon us commemorating the mighty Hercules' victory over the giant Cacus at this very spot. But why are you here?
O king, I need your help to attack the city of Latium.
I will help you, Aeneas, though my forces are sparse. I will send with you 400 men and my son Pallas.
That is most welcome, O king. My mother, the goddess Venus, has told me through that thunderclap that she will provide me also with armor forged by Vulcan. With the gods' support, nothing will stand in our way. It is time for me to return and fight. Soldier, what has happened? Has the fighting started when we were gone?
Yes, sir. Many have died. Your own son actually killed Turnus' brother-in-law, but then the god Apollo told him not to fight anymore. We actually almost had Turnus cornered, but then he escaped us by jumping into the Tiber River, and the gods spirited him away from us.
It's time for me and Pallas to end this.
Charge!
O great Hercules, by my father's welcome, help me to stop the blood-stained armor from Turnus' dying body, and may Turnus' last sight be of his conqueror.
I'm sorry, my boy, but the fates have already decided what will happen.
Do not weep, Hercules, my son. Each mortal has his or her fated day to die, and none has a long life. The courageous man performs deeds that will give him lasting fame, for fame survives after death. Turnus, too, is fated to die when his time comes.
Ah!
Greeks, tell Evander that I grant him Pallas' corpse and a proper burial.
Jupiter, king of the gods, let me postpone Turnus' fate for a little while longer, so he can escape this misery.
You may do so.
There's Aeneas. I'll stop the bloodshed here and now with his death. Father Jupiter, why are you punishing me like this? I am ashamed to have left my companion to face their deaths without me. I wish that the earth would open up and swallow me. Winds, pity me and destroy the ship. Or take me where no one will ever hear of my shame.
What news?
Sir, King Aeneid sent to tell you that it is your duty to avenge the death of his son, Pallas. Also, Latin envoys have asked for a period of peace in which to bury their dead.
Tell them I favor peace for the living as well as for the dead. Fate brought me to your shores, and I never desired war. If Turnus was so set on war, it would have been far better for him to fight me in single combat rather than to cause all these deaths.
What do you mean you don't want to fight anymore?
Turnus, pity your countrymen and surrender. We have seen enough death. If you're determined to win glory or a royal wife, then fight Aeneas in single combat. Why should we die unburied and unwept upon the plains for your own private gain and glory?
Of all the lily livers. Fine, I see that many of you speak well but feel the battlefield. If the Trojans call me to Aeneas in single combat, I shall confront him with courage, even if he surpasses the great Achilles and wears armors fashioned by Vulcan.
Sir, bad news. Queen Amata has hanged herself, and King Latinus is walking around the street with torn clothes.
I am determined to fight Aeneas. I shall bear this bitterness of death. No longer shall I stand ashamed. Latins, withdraw from battle, whatever my fate. It is better that I take upon myself the outcome of the war and decide it with my sword. I take upon myself the outcome of the war and decide it with my sword.
It appears this is the end, my friend.
Not yet.
Alas, it's time to end this foolish fighting. Wait a minute.
Please, lend me a sword to fight with.
Whoever gives him a sword will die by mine. Thank you, Mother Venus. You know that Olympus claims Aeneas as the hero of Italy. We have come to the end. Stop grieving and do not contend against me. You have chased the Trojans over land and sea, started this evil war, brought death into the royal home, and caused the bride great grief. I forbid you to interfere further.
Knowing your feelings, I have remained aloof here with you, when I would have chosen to be fighting with the Trojans myself on the battlefield. I now yield completely to your wishes. I only ask that Aeneas and Lavinia marry. You permit the Latins to keep their ancient name and language. Preserve Latium. Let Alban kings rule. Call the race Roman, and let Troy's name die with its city.
Up to your anger, you prove that you are my sister and Saturn's child. I hereby grant you your wish. From Aeneas and Lavinia, I would create a blended race of one people, one language, and one set of laws and rituals. They will surpass all mortals and gods in virtue and in your worship. Why delay further? Let us fight hand to hand with our weapons instead of foot to foot.
Do not think that you are my mighty enemy, Aeneas. Jupiter and the gods are my greater foe. I do not beg for mercy, but think of your father and give my body back to your family. You are the victor. Lavinia is yours to wed. Do not press your hatred further.
How can you expect to win my pity when you wear as a trophy the belt of a dear friend that you mercilessly killed? It is Pallas who demands this payment of blood, and here strikes you dead.